Hey guys, I'm Little Miss Cross.
And Dex.
And we have watched the second episode
Of Lego Ninjago.
Yes. Thoughts?
My thoughts? Or someone else's? I'm so tired.
The ghost, yes.
Okay, so episode 2 was very good.
Yes.
I liked it a lot. I suppose a quick summary
Sure.
of events that occurred since we watched it twice in a row.
Yes.
Just
Because
to make
we couldn't move on because, at least for me, I would lump them together then in my mind rather than separate them.
So basically what we saw was Lloyd and Nia arrived at the garbage
The depot.
facility, the
Yes.
depot. Saw the other elemental masters, the ones that are there, which I'm guessing are the ones we're going to see because
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
didn't mention the other
they
ones.
didn't mention the others, and you got to assume that those people might be inaccessible or they're living somewhere else.
Yeah.
So
And I actually like that there's only a few of them, because otherwise the cast would have been massive.
so it's not too bad, and that lets these ones get some focus and some development, which is nice. We see that Mistake is there. Mistake
Yes.
is the one that told Skylar and them where to find Lloyd and Nia and Pixel.
Being helpful.
Being helpful. I liked all of the wisdom she imparted on Lloyd. That was pretty good. And we saw Garmadon kill Mr. E.
Oh, this is for children, guys.
Yeah, I kept expecting them to cut away, and I was
Like,
genuinely impressed
yeah.
they held the whole time.
Yeah, I know he's a robot, but still, they ripped him apart.
And it's funny to me because the excuse is always, well, it's a robot, but I mean, to kids, these characters are just characters,
Yeah.
right? So when Zane dies,
Oh,
it
I
still
was so
hurts
upset.
a child because that is a well-established character with a personality. And it's one thing if you're like, oh, they're just robots and they don't have a discernible personality.
Yeah, if they
But-
were beep beep bop bop,
Yeah,
and that
but
was
all
it.
the robots,
but
the Ninjroids we get introduced
Yes.
to, they develop personalities. So we see Zane and Pixel, where they have distinguished characters. Oh,
Pixel made it back to the
Yeah,
depot
Pixel-
just fine.
we
So
were
I forgive
concerned.
Lloyd's comment and order and whatever. But yeah, so they're
So-
all good, they're all together. And so now, what about the other ones?
So in the other realm with the Oni and the Dragon, we see that Kai, Jay, and Zane are all being used in the pit to fight.
Oh no,
a
you
dragon.
missed some. The, I guess, hunter guys think that they are
Oh
Oni.
yes, think that they're Oni, and they're going to use them to fight dragons because he wants to see what an Oni looks like since they're shapeshifters.
And apparently the dragons really don't like Oni and they get angry
Yeah.
if they could sense them nearby.
So,
And of course,
Little
there
Master
was one nearby.
Yeah, Little Master Wu is there. Who, by the way, has got the greatest relationship with Cole. I actually love Little
Yeah,
Master Wu.
he's getting a little bit better. He has more lines that I actually like rather than find just super annoying. So it's getting there.
And then basically what we get to see is them fight a giant earth dragon.
Yes.
And ultimately reveal their elements.
Yes, and that proves to the hunter people that they're actually not Oni because they can't have elements.
Yeah. So at this point where they're just like, oh, capture them.
Yes, because they obviously want to exploit them.
Right. So that was the summary of the episode, which...
Was that it? Really?
There's a lot of jokes and a lot of dialogue in there, so I don't really want to go into that because
Yeah.
I definitely recommend watch it.
We did pretty good for keeping
Yeah.
that concise.
Nice and concise. So
We're horrible
definitely
at that.
watch it.
Yes,
It's really, really
it
fun.
was really good, and Jay is still just as crazy and awesome.
Oh yeah, every other line, he was just so good, and every time he's smiling when something real shitty is happening.
All the
And-
rest are either frowning or what the hell, Jay?
And it's so good. So anything that you particularly liked in this episode? Oh yeah, Kai ragdolling was one of the best. So he was told by this guy hunter named Chutoy who was
With the
with the
bell
bell
that Jay really wanted.
And
You
got.
could see it in his face and eyes that he was really wanting this bell, and the first opportunity he had to acquire this bell, he did. And he was just great, like running around like
his bell now.
Yeah, it is.
But they were told, like, if the dragon corners you, play dead, and he'll probably leave you alone.
Probably, eventually will leave you alone. So when Kai is being chased, and he's the only one being chased, and the others just aren't helping him, he's like, fuck it, and then he's like, huh, and then he collapses,
and then ragdolls,
and then the dragon like nudges him, and he's like, help me, and the others actually do. Luckily.
So that was pretty good. I thought there were a lot of really good jokes. Most of my favorites were Jay reacting to things.
Yes.
So I liked when they were being taken to the pit for the first time, and they tug the chains and they get them all to move forward. And Jay's like, okie dokie, we're like moving now, or something
off we go.
Off we go.
Or something. It was okie dokie, off we go, or something like that.
That line actually got me way more than it probably should have. Like, I laughed way too hard at that.
Oh, and when they brought them to the room, Jay was like, they were like thrown on the ground in chains, and Jay was like, yeah, okay, this is the thing now.
I love him for it. He's just... wholeheartedly accepted the situation.
He's probably going to be my favorite for this season just because of his craziness.
Well, we'll see how long he maintains this, because we're seeing already that he's kind of
he is
coming to realize that
he definitely now has moments of crazy, but moments of a bit more
like, oh, actually we're in danger. So I'm guessing as soon as he realizes how much danger they're in, he'll probably be like, well, shit, we probably need to do something about it.
Or the reverse. Once he has enough hope, then he'll be like, okay, there's no point in me.
I don't know, he's pretty much given up. I'm pretty sure he's going to go like, oh shit, maybe I actually should.
I think when they eventually, I would assume, escape or get dragons, he'd become a little bit less crazy.
We'll see. Also really liked Cole and Little Woo dressing up as hunters and doing the Danger Buff and Danger Buff Jr.
Classic Danger Buff when they ran away.
So that's pretty good. I like that that's an actual clan in that universe.
And I'm actually really glad that they helped them by giving them that chain.
Yeah.
And Kai was awesome! Just whipping that chain around and...
Well, he should be good at working with heavy metals and stuff. Should be something like that. Well, he's a blacksmith. He probably made.
Yeah, but he usually doesn't whip them around.
No, but he's probably got the strength to do it.
Oh yeah, Cole would do it easier.
Cole would launch the chain into the stratosphere. Cole is very strong. Did you see his pecs?
And
his 20 pack.
Yeah.
He's just
he had those little side ones.
Yeah. He's ripped as fuck. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I liked that they made a distinction between
he's
their
not
abs.
Just buff. He's buff.
This is many abs and pecs.
They could have just used the exact same body type. Yeah, and they're like, nah, fuck that. We want to specify. We want you to know for certain.
Going on a tangent though. So, things we didn't like.
I can't really think of anything. The pacing was really good. We finally saw the opening, which I really like. Visually.
Yeah, the opening was really cool. The transitions were really nice.
The change and everything.
Speaking of transitions, I didn't like the transition from Cole's, going into Cole's mouth. And then going back to where, Lloyd and the others were. That was kind of weird.
But, I mean, otherwise I can't really think of anything, honestly.
Yeah, nothing really jumps out at me.
This season and Season 8, I think, have been really, really good.
Their budgets skyrocketed.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely see the movie helped. And I was mentioning this to Little Miss while we were watching, but the whole thing feels a lot more cinematic.
Yeah.
There's a lot more time put into...
the transition where you were actually... The camera was from
Miss Sake's perspective,
yeah,
and she lifted
and then
her hat.
She had the hat, and then that was nice.
So there was quite a bit where I was like, wow, you can actually see, like, a lot of budget and time is going into, like, the framing and everything.
I didn't really like the face of the Earth Dragon, but I like the rest of it.
Oh, that's such a small thing to complain about.
I know. It's
Slab
because
is
there's not
so
too much.
He's such a cute dragon.
He looks like an orangutan face.
He's
really
got a
weird.
thick, like, a large skull. But he's a cute boy. I like all the dragons. I should also mention that I really like how well the dragons are stylized.
Yes,
Like,
I like that too.
It's changed quite a bit from the dragons we're used to seeing, so there's a lot more, like, movement, I guess.
It's not just their color scheme that's different, it's actually the whole build.
Yeah, which is nice to see. There's, like, a uniqueness. They're more identifiable by their element, which I like seeing.
Oh, and I really liked how it was attacking with Earth.
Yeah.
Like, it was like Earth breath, and it made, like, spikes shoot up in a row, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked how they incorporated that. That was neat. I like how they always have to breathe it. That's a dragon thing.
Okay. So, where do we think it will go from here? What are our...
Directly, or the season overall? Like, it'll change over time?
I guess we could do both.
Pretty sure the next thing we're going to see is them probably being, like, wrangled up by the hunters and then used for their elements in some way.
That makes sense, yeah.
I think it might be a while, probably a couple episodes before Cole and Wu were able to save them. Because
I actually don't know if they will save them. I think it would be more
like they save themselves or something.
Yeah,
with the dragons.
I think they're gonna befriend at least one dragon now that they're will be like used in the same way. So they might like have more interaction and like actually become friends, and with that they might be able to escape and then like maybe meet up with Cole and Wu kind of thing.
I expect a focus on dragons that have elements that match the main.
Yes.
The ninja.
That would make sense.
But I would like to see other elements. Like, it'd be cool to see dragons that embody the other elements, like metal or
oh, that'd be
poison.
awesome.
Ones that embody the ones that we wouldn't traditionally see.
Yeah, I would actually, I think it would be a lot more interesting if they befriended ones that didn't match their element. And
well, I mean, they're going through that.
I know. And like through that relationship, they actually met their element one.
It'd be interesting, but I'm sure they're going to. I'm sure them having their element will probably link them more to the dragon.
Yeah.
So that's something I expect, and then on the other side of things, I expect things to get harder for them. I'm sure eventually they're going to figure out that they're in the garbage depot because, I mean, the city is falling apart. They think the garbage system is still running.
Yeah, but you could actually see the moment when freaking
come on,
Harumi,
Princess Harumi,
when she was like, "Oh shit, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done this."
It's like when you resurrect your idol and he's like actually evil and he kills your robot and he wants to kill you,
or threatens to.
Well,
if she does a mistake.
I mean, she's gonna fuck up because obviously the heroes are gonna win.
Yeah.
I really ideally don't want her to get redeemed. But if they do it in a very organic way, I suppose
I don't
it would be fine.
even how you could do that in an organic way.
She's it's not like Ninjago is known for redeeming their villains. They usually just kill them. So
Moro, though.
Moro was redeemed, but he's the only one.
Yeah.
Unless you count Garmadon. Which at no point did I ever really find him to be a true villain. So
now he is.
He is. But they're not known for redeeming, so they might do it because it's not their common route, but it's a very common thing to do.
I'm not sure how she would go about that. Maybe helping them to like send him back because she clearly has that knowledge.
She might not know how to send him back.
True.
She was probably like, this is going to work out great for me. Honestly. He's going to be my new dad and we're going to rule the world together. And it's like, that was as far as she planned. But I guess she's kind of crazy, so she might have planned.
And she's young.
She might have planned something, but we never know. Like, maybe we'll see.
So yeah, it was great, and we still have the 3rd episode to watch, which we will hopefully do right now.
We're gonna watch it right now, yeah.
Nice! Okay, so...
Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye!
Bye.